So today's Sunday. On Sundays, I have my meal prep sponsor drop off my food over at Max Muscle in San Mateo. I always go there and pick that up, hang out for a little bit, and after there, today was my rest day. So after I was at the shop, I did my hour of cardio. So today, I didn't have any pre or post carbs since I'm not working out. But here's all the food that I picked up. It's gonna be about 2 weeks worth, since I think he's not dropping them off next week. But let's see what we got. So we got a lot of food here. Got chicken, it says ground chicken, cube chicken, basil chicken, got salmon, more salmon. One more chicken down there, and then we got the steak I eat is top sirloin, so I got a bunch of top sirloin steaks. So all the food is vacuum sealed, and I get it all in bulk. I only get proteins. It's a little easier for him, easier for me to keep in the fridge. It's kind of hard to put like a ton of Tupperware that's already portioned out in your fridge, but it's vacuum sealed in 1 to 2 pound portions, so I can put a bunch of them in the freezer and then take them out as I need it. So today's Monday, it's about 1:30 and I have work, so I'm just going to show you everything that I packed. So we have here is, on the bottom right there is my steak meal. I have my salmon meal right there, and then I have oats with stevia for my pre-workout. I'm about to actually eat my second meal before I head out, which is 2 scoops of hydrolyzed isolate with 1.5 tablespoons of peanut butter. I actually like to make it into a protein pudding and then throw it in the freezer. So that's what it looks like. Basically, you just mix the protein with super little water, maybe like an ounce or 2, and then you mix it so it gets like sludgy. Then you mix in the peanut butter, and then you throw it in the freezer. Yeah, so the protein pudding thing is something that helped me a lot during my prep for Governor's Cup last year, but I haven't really done it yet, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more hungry. For some reason, this makes me feel like I'm eating more, even though there's like less volume because there's, less water. But it does help curb my sweet tooth. I did throw like 2 packets of stevia in there, so I'm going to eat that and head out to work. One thing I do once I start getting deep into prep is I start drinking diet sodas. One, just because of the taste, and it's like something sweet, which is like normally something I don't really get to eat. And 2, the carbonation helps keep me a little bit more full. I try not to drink too much of them though, so I'll probably limit it to like 2-3 cans a day, but I only drink it as needed. So I'm about to eat my next meal, but I didn't bring any vegetables. So what I'm gonna do is have a scoop of the Max Power Greens from Max Muscle. So I have my steak meal right here. It's just it's convenient for people that don't like eating vegetables. I don't mind eating vegetables, but since I don't have any, I'm gonna use that as a replacement. One other thing I'm going to add is the Pro BCAAs from Max Muscle. I'm going to add 2 scoops, the watermelon flavor. Alright, so it's 8 o'clock now, the store's closed, I'm about to get off of work. I have my oatmeal here, which is the carbs that I have for my pre-workout meal. I'm going to also have 2 scoops of protein and some peanut butter with that. I'm going to make a non-stim pre-workout since it's so late. So what I'm going to put in this pre-workout is BCAAs, 2 scoops of that. I'm going to take agmatine sulfate, which is a vasodilator, so it's going to help me get a better pump. And then I'm going to have Max Carnosine. Carnosine is just the patented version of beta-alanine, and beta-alanine is that tingling feeling that you get in most pre-workouts. It's called paresthesis, but it also helps delay fatigue. So if you think about like you're doing an exercise and you can typically get like 9 reps, before it starts burning too much, and then you have to stop. So if you can get, maybe 10 reps, 11 reps, because you're able to delay the fatigue and the lactic acid, those 2 reps every workout are going to add up over time. And also the paresthesis that I was telling you about, the itchy, tingly feeling that you get from some pre-workouts because of the beta-alanine. It's only temporary. If you continuously take it, it doesn't really happen anymore. But yeah, so this is my pre-workout. I'm gonna eat this oatmeal. I'm gonna head over to the gym and get this workout. So today I had check-ins with my coach, and then I kind of just chilled for a little bit, but I've been making it a point to go to the bookstore and get some books. So these are the 2 books that I got. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and The One Thing by Gary Keller. Supposedly these are pretty good books. I posted it on my Instagram story. I had 2 people tell me that The One is like a book that changed their lives. So I think it's important that you're not just working towards, having a six-pack or a nice body, but, I'm trying to grow in all aspects of life. I have a lot of goals. I want to live to my potential, and I feel like if you're not doing anything to get better, you're just getting worse, because everyone else around you is going to be getting better. Everyone's always going to be evolving. I'm trying to grow in all aspects of life. I'm trying to read, both for the knowledge and because I'm trying to teach myself to have a better attention span. It's a little bit hard for me to read for school, and I do have to read a lot for my major, so I'm trying to teach myself to have a better attention span and to read for longer durations, so it's a little bit easier for me for the next semester. But yeah, like I was just saying, I think it's important to always be doing something to better yourself for tomorrow. It'll set you up for success, in the future, and it's always good to try and grow and build new skills. But I think it's important to always be trying to get better. I think everybody can be successful if they work hard and, they're just constantly trying to better themselves. And I think everyone should experience success, but, you have to work for it. You have to be doing things that are productive. You have to be getting better. You have to be working for tomorrow, but you also can't forget to appreciate today. Like, I appreciate the opportunity to afford these books for me to read. I appreciate the opportunity to have the choice of what it is that I'm going to eat. I have the choice of eating something bad or eating whatever's in my meal plan, because I can afford it. So I think it's important to think about perspective and appreciate the fact that you have a lot of opportunity. Even if you're sitting down watching this video, you're privileged that you have a computer to watch this on, or you have a phone to watch this on, and you have the time to watch it. Some people worry about where their next meal is. You have time. You're privileged in, you're blessed, and you have a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of things that you can do to get better. If you can't afford the books, you can go to the bookstore and read them. There's a lot of things that you could do to get better and to build yourself and build skills for your future. And I think it's important to, just have that perspective and always be grateful for what you have and the opportunities that you have. Especially like in fitness, everyone's always worried about what they can and can't eat, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about what I can and can't eat. I feel privileged that, I feel blessed that I have the opportunity to even chase my dreams of, competing and trying to turn pro and all these things. It's just important to have that perspective that, it's a privilege to do these things. It's a privilege to sit down on your computer and watch YouTube. It's a privilege to be able to afford the gym, to be able to afford the choice, or to be able to have the choice to choose what you're going to eat. So I feel like people are always worried about what they don't have or what they can't have, and that's like in life and with dieting or food or whatever. So I think it's just important to change your perspective on your current situation, and with that, you will always be, when you have that positive mindset, nothing really phases you. You're always grateful, so nothing's ever too much of a burden, or nothing really gets you down, because you're just grateful and you're positive, and you know that you're still privileged to even wake up today. So I think it's important to, one, have goals, two, be taking steps to better yourself and get you moving towards those goals, and three, just have the perspective that you're blessed to have woken up today, to have another opportunity to live, another opportunity to better yourself, and just keep moving forward.